In order to answer this question, we decided to interview several people on their opinion on the topic and research important information so that we could reach a fundamental conclusion.
Learning a language, regardless of what language that could be, is essential to the constitution of a country.
Different languages, you can travel more and have more work opportunities.
Para cuando cuando nos vayamos al secundario hay como cuando se van a Francia ahí aprendemos a hablar francés, le decimos a la gente francés.
Claro. In a survey that was conducted in the United States, the answers to the question, "It is important to have a second language," were varied. Almost the majority, the 43%, sustained that Americans should know as many languages as possible. The 28% thinks that English is enough because the people they talk to speak English. The 15% answer that it is important but only if it is a major world language. And the 13% thinks that only a basic knowledge of a second language could be useful for vacations. Looking at this chart that shows the percentage of people interested in learning foreign languages, we can see that, in general, there is a small amount of people that are not really into the idea of learning languages. By saying that, I mean that the 86% of people is somehow interested in it. In addition, we can also recognize that the two countries with higher percentage of concern and enthusiasm are Brazil and Mexico, and they are both located in South America.
Well, here I have 3 reasons why we should learn foreign languages. First of all, to increase global understanding. Also, to increase native language ability, and to appreciate international literature, music, art, and films.
Learning minority languages may not always give you as much opportunities as languages that are spoken all around the world.
Even though here in Argentina, most of us, I would say 90% of the population, are descendants of the European immigrants. When you learn a language, not only do you learn a communication system, but you also learn a cosmology, a way of seeing things.
While investigating on the importance of learning native, indigenous, or minority languages, as you want to call it, we found out that they help with 5 aspects of society: knowledge, peace, rights, inclusion, and diversity.
Indigenous languages keep people connected to their own culture. This cultural knowledge, stories, and ways of seeing the world need that language in order to be passed on from generation to generation. If a language is lost, all that knowledge disappears.
Learning or speaking indigenous languages help to promote peace around the world because it is crucial for the different cultures to be able to understand each other and have peaceful relationships. But despite their important value, languages around the world continue to disappear at an alarming rate. According to this, the United States declared 2019 the Year of Indigenous Languages in order to raise awareness of them, not only to benefit the people who speak these languages, but also for others to appreciate the important contribution they made to our world.
Learning minority language is also important because it creates awareness of the different cultures and therefore includes them in a practice of fundamental human rights and takes into consideration their individual and cultural freedoms.
Knowing and speaking minority languages helps with inclusion of every sector of society by being able to interact with those who still maybe speak indigenous or native languages and have not yet learned or do not want to learn because of cultural reasons the new and modern widespread languages.
Minority languages help to preserve diversity, as they prevent the world from going from a salable society where everyone's different, there's a variety of languages, of people, of cultures, from going to a melting pot society where everyone's exactly the same and there is no variety whatsoever.
Well, after investigating and analyzing all the information gathered from research and conversation with a variety of people, we could reach two different conclusions.
On the one hand, we can conclude that learning languages creates a variety of opportunities for a person's future that could boost their development in the modern world by allowing them to interact with a wider variety of people.
On the other hand, we can also say that learning minority languages can be very beneficial for societies, but not as much for individuals. Societies can profit from having a wide variety of languages because these carry years of cultural baggage that can be very enriching.
Preserving minority languages is also a way of honoring our ancestors' lives, because, like it or not, they are the ones who shape society to be what it is today. It is important to cherish them in our memories.